Hello, hello. Okay, we are getting started. Welcome to our new distributor training for January. I am so excited to see so many new faces on here. We are going to dive in, but I just want to encourage you to pull out a notepad or your phone notes or something because we are going to throw a lot of things at you in a little bit of time, and you're going to hear from quite a few people tonight. So some of it may feel overwhelming or just a lot, or you need to come back to it later. So just know that there will be a recording of this, but take as many notes as you possibly can. And when some of these leaders encourage you to take action tonight, just do it because we're going to walk you through what to do, how to do it, and then your sponsor will help you after this Zoom with what to do from there. So I'm going to go ahead and share a little bit of my story with you guys. If you don't know me, my name is Alyssa Bowman. This company found me when I was 22 years old. I was a recent college grad, just working two jobs, trying to figure out what I really wanted to do with my life. And I don't know if any of you guys can relate to that, but I was kind of trying to figure out what corporate ladder I wanted to climb. And deep down, I wanted the options to travel and to give back at a young age. And I wanted the freedom to be whatever kind of mom and wife that I wanted to be for my future family. I didn't know what that looked like. And I didn't think that this company was necessarily the answer to any of those prayers. But I also wasn't willing to stay stuck. I was already broke. I was young. I was lacking confidence and had a very small network of people. I didn't have an Instagram account. I didn't have tons of Facebook friends, nothing like that. So there was nothing specific telling me that I could be successful at this, except for the fact that I'm a hard worker. And I was crazy enough to believe that if other people were doing it, that I could learn how to do it too. And so now, 9 years later, I am a wife and I am a mom, and I don't have to miss a moment with my baby boy or the baby girl that we'll have in about 6 weeks. I have the freedom to get up and go and be there for people when they need me. And we don't have to stress financially when emergencies happen, and we're able to give in ways that we never dreamed. So, aside from all of the blessings financially, it's also given me some of the very best friendships in my entire life. And I want to encourage you guys to lean into this opportunity. I know you don't quite know what you have your hands on. Most of you probably didn't join to make friends, but that will be a blessing that you will get along the way when you stick with it. So, before I pass it on tonight, I want to just talk to you guys for a minute about our company itself and the business that you started. But before we get into that, I want to see something in the chat from you guys. And if this is your first time on Zoom, you might have to click around for a second. Even if you've been in the business for years, I would still love for you to answer this question. I want you to, in the chat, put how long it took you to say yes to joining the business. And then I want you to share how you found it. Did you find it through a random Facebook friend? Were you with an Instagram thing, TikTok? Was it your coworker, your mom, your boss? How did you find the business, and how long did it take you to say yes? Okay. So if you guys are anything like me while y'all are typing in the chat, you maybe joined and you knew very little about the company, the products. I had not tried a single thing when I joined. I don't know if we have anyone on here like that. I know probably 80% of people that join me over the years have never tried a single product. So you're not alone if that's how you feel. But I'm going to tell you, just like I could talk all night about the things I love about this company, but a couple of key things that you need to know to move confidently forward is the first thing is that our company is debt free. Okay. It Works Global is debt free. We've been debt free since 2008. And when you hear some of the other leaders talking tonight about what this business has done for them financially, I need you to know that that's because our company is debt free. They can throw out these crazy bonuses, which we're probably going to have this week. You guys are going to see some announcements for some really cool promotions, but that's because our company can afford to do it. When you see those average earning chart and you see that people are making $30,000 a month, it's because our company is debt free. They can afford to pay us the paychecks they say that we're going to pay us. And that should be really, really important to you guys as a new business owner, knowing that your company is stable and that they can weather any storm that comes their way. And the fact that we went to debt free in 2008, which is one of the worst years for the economy in the US, should speak volumes. The fact that our team had a record-breaking year in 2020 should speak volumes, considering everything that was going on in the world, that we were on a team and an organization that was growing, that was able to take care of us because we were debt-free. Our company didn't have to lay off a single person that works at their corporate office because they are debt-free. So The next thing I want you to know is that we are faith-based. Okay. And regardless of your beliefs, I love the integrity and the vulnerability and the heart behind our company because of their values, and that they're not scared to be open and vocal about that when a lot of companies aren't. So, because of that, we also give back to organizations all over the world, including things that support, like organizations that support the fight against human trafficking. We support pediatric cancer research, veterans, and so many other organizations. Okay. And so, again, that might not be important to you just now signing up. I know you guys joined to make money, but when you get to know the heart of this company, you will fall in love with them and you'll be so passionate like I am about them. Okay. So, as far as from a business angle, we are inventory based. Okay. So, again, as a new business owner, this should be really important to you. We don't stock our shelves of every flavor and type of product hoping to just sell them before they expire, hoping that someone will want to come over to our house or meet us in a parking lot and buy these products for us. We are not required to keep inventory. So what is on your shelf or in your kitchen is optional, and it's chosen by you so that you can enjoy it and you can start building your own testimony, or you can send or sample it out. Okay. So that's huge. I used to own a women's boutique, and the fact that I had to carry so much inventory just to hope to sell it was really, really stressful. Okay. And that also means no trips to the post office. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. I don't know about you guys. You can drop a one in the chat if you hate going to the post office, but I hate going to the post office. And so being a non-inventory company allows us to not have to go there. And then the very last, and maybe one of the most important things that I want you guys to wrap your brain around tonight, is the fact that this industry creates residual income. Specifically, our company creates residual income. And in the most simple terms that I can put it, residual income is when you can continue to get paid after the work is done. That means when you guys show up for the next 30, 60, 90 days and you learn how to work this business, how to talk to people, how to post, as you start gathering customers and gathering distributors, you're going to continue to get paid on that work month after month after month. It's not just a one-time payout. Okay. Being 9 years in, I have people that have been ordering products that they've fallen in love with every month for over 100 months in a row. People that I talked to in 2011 that fell in love with the products, I'm still getting paid on their orders every single month, but I'm not doing the work anymore. So that's what residual income is. And that's why you want to fight to learn how to build this business and to put in the time and consistency so that it can pay off for years and years to come. Okay. So last thing is, network marketing is just a business model. Okay. You guys might hear, now that you've started your own business, you might hear people throw things around like pyramid scheme and direct sales and whatever. Okay. But truly, network marketing is just a business model. It's a type of marketing. Some companies choose to put all of their funds and marketing budget into commercials, magazines, radio, celebrity influencers, etc. And our company, and many companies like ours, pay people just like me, just like you guys, to market their products for them. Okay. So it's a legal, regulated type of industry where we get paid to market the company's products rather than them paying influencers, TV stations, etc. Okay, so I want to encourage you tonight, before I pass it on, to just begin to be proud of what you have your hands on. You might not fully understand it yet, but the sooner you can embrace that this is 2021 and people are making money from social media and from their phones, and the sooner you can embrace that, the fact that you are a network marketer now, the sooner you will be successful and overcome any obstacles or excuses that might stand in your way. So I believe that I'm passing it off to Tiffany to share with you guys tonight. Tiff, are you on here? Hopefully it's you.
I am here. Hello, everyone. My name is Tiffany. I've been in the business now for 5 years, which is insane. I was not looking for this opportunity, but God gave it and put it into my life when I needed it most. So when this company found me, I was working 60 plus hours a week. I had a plate full of life. For those that don't know me, I am extremely shy and extremely introverted and far, far, far from a salesperson. I had every excuse to say no, but we had a really hard loss, which led me down a very, very deep, dark road and just completely broken. And about 6 months after this was being asked of me if I wanted to join, I finally said yes, because I just needed a distraction in life. I wasn't thinking about the money. I wasn't thinking about, the extra gas money or what could this do for me. Never in a million years thought I would retire in 7 months, and that 2 years later we would retire my husband and send him to the fire academy and he'd now be a firefighter and I would be home with my baby and never miss a thing. That never crossed my mind, guys. Never crossed my mind. But all of that happened because I said yes. And even when I was nervous and even when I was scared to talk to people, I still did it and I still showed up. A lot of that has to do with the fact that I'm really stubborn and I refused for somebody to tell me that I told you so that wouldn't work, because I was not going to let nobody tell me that I couldn't do this job. And so I encourage every single one of y'all who are listening to get that stubbornness out in you and just go for it, because you have your hands on gold. So the very first thing that I'm going to talk to y'all about is getting started. What are we going to do to get started? Your very first goal in this business is to sign 6 loyal customers. And before you tell me, but Tiffany, I don't have an audience. Tiffany, I've messaged everyone in my phone. Let me tell you that I literally have the biggest support system in my family and my friends. We took us 7 years to have our son. They were the best support system I could have ever had. The minute I joined this business and needed them to sign up as a customer to support me, they all treated me like I got kidnapped by an alien and flew off to the moon. Not a single one of them supported me. So I understand. But here's the thing. I had 80 followers on Instagram and 200 friends on Facebook. Took me 30 days. The last day of my 30 days before my $150 shopping spree is the day that I signed my customers, and not a single one of them I knew. And that was even way back before Host to Post was even a thing, which we'll talk to you about in a little bit, guys. But I went out and I found people who needed these products. There are so many people out there in this world, y'all. Don't get so wrapped up. We start with your warm market. We start with those people that are in your cell phone, or those your friends and family, or your chicken noodle soup list, the things that I'm going to tell you about. We start there, but that's not where it ends. Because I would go to say that 97% of my business are people I have never met before. So trust us when we say that we're going to teach you how to find those people, but you've got to allow us to teach you how to find those people. But for right now, we're going to start with your warm market and those people that are your chicken noodle soup list. So if you have not written this down yet, I want you to write 20 people down that would literally buy dirt from you. Even if you're like me and you're like, I know all these people will. It's okay if they don't. We'll find those people when we'll cross that line and cross that bridge when we get there. But right now, we're going to write down 20 people that you think would buy dirt from you, or 20 people that if you were sick and you needed to bring you soup, you would call. Okay, that's where we start. And then we're going to send them this message. Alyssa, I think, is going to stick it in the chat for me. We're going to send them this message. Okay, and we're going to be bold and we're going to reach out to those people and we're going to try to get your 6 customers. Now, you're probably saying, but what exactly is a loyal customer? So let's break that down. Okay, so right now you have the fact that you're writing down 20 people. Okay, so not during the Zoom, but after the Zoom, I want you to message your sponsor and I want you to tell them you wrote down your 20 people, you message them, you message those 20 people. But what is a loyal customer? Guys, a loyal customer is someone who simply agrees to order for 3 months in a row. Don't overcomplicate it. It is so super simple. I think a lot of people hear the word auto shipment and you freak your own self out and then you're scared to talk about it. Guys, there are subscriptions everywhere you look. There is Birchbox, there is FabFitFun, there's Fabletics, there are pet subscriptions, there's baby subscriptions, there's beer subscriptions and wine subscriptions. And I mean, you name it, there's a subscription for every single thing. We're no different. We are a health and wellness subscription box. We can personalize your package to fit your health goals. Okay. And the cool thing is you're not locked into it. So if somebody orders something month 1, we have the ability to adjust month 2 and month 3 to cater to their needs. Okay. So that's what's really cool about our loyal customer agreement is that they can, as long as they place 3 orders in a row, it doesn't matter what are in those boxes, as long as it's just 1 order every single month for 3 months. Okay. And then the next thing, if you have someone who is just super anti-subscription, they do not want to be put on auto shipment at all, then we do have I like to kind of refer to it as like a Costco fee. You can buy into our loyal customer program for a one-time fee of $50, and that will waive your auto shipment if they wanted to do that. I don't ever really recommend that option because we want, like Alyssa said, we want them to be on that residual. We want that residual income as distributors, but we also want them to use those products monthly so they get their results that they are looking for. That is one reason why our company set up 90 days, because statistics show when you use a product consistently for 90 days, you will see results. And so that's why our company did that. We're not trying just to get product in their hand that's going to sit on their counter. We're trying to get people to see results. And so that's what we want. So I hope that helps as far as just breaking down what a loyal customer is and what your first goal is. We're not going to be scared to message these people. We are going to reach out. We are going to be bold, and we are going to make sure we get our first 6 customers in the next 72 hours. So that's your challenge for every single one of you. If you have not gotten your first 6 customers, try to get those 6 customers within the next 72 hours. And if you have gotten your first 6 customer, guys, let's get 6 more, because that's really what it's about. When you get 1, you can get 2 and 3 and 4 and so forth. I promise you, as soon as you just start and you let those fears just like release off your shoulders, I promise you, it will come natural. You will fall in love with helping people reach their goals. There's nothing more satisfying than, somebody messaging you and all excited because they can fit in their wedding dress or whatever the occasion is that they're trying to lose weight or grow their hair out or have better skin, whatever it is. It is so fulfilling to help your customers. I always tell people I'm not a salesperson by any means. Still to this day, 5 years later, not a salesperson. But I love to help people. So open up your heart, embrace helping people, and you will be surprised how fast you get those customers. And the last thing I'm going to leave you with before I pass this on is where you are in a few months determines what you do right now. So every single thing that you hear on this Zoom tonight, we can give you all of this, every single tool to be successful. Pour these messages and these scripts and just tell you step by step what to do. But the minute that you don't put that into action, you are doing yourself disservice, guys. So I promise you, if you just do the action steps that we give you tonight, you will see that success. So step 1, super proud of y'all for hopping on. Step 2, let's get those 6 customers. So I think I pass this over to Ariel now. I think that's who's behind me.
Hi, my name is Ariel Russell. I have been in this business for almost 3 years now. And so my story is a little different. Well, first I'll tell you, when I started Before It Works, I was a salon owner. I had my own salon. I just got done having my second son, and I struggled a little bit with some postpartum, and I just wasn't feeling healthy. I was just in like this funk, right? So my sister-in-law came to me. She found this company. Guys, I have never heard of It Works before. Like I've never heard of it. And my sister-in-law was like, hey, I started selling for this company, and like, you need to buy some products. I was like, no, that's fine. I was like, I'm good. And she's like, no, like they sell like health stuff, like you'd be really into it. And guys, I'm like a research person before I buy something. I'm like, okay, well, I need to look into what this is all about, what these products are all about before I even do anything. And it took her almost 2 months for me to even sign on as a loyal customer. So I started as a loyal customer and fell in love with the products. I started with the greens and the cleanse, and that was like my thing. Okay, I loved it. After that, she said, well, why don't you come and join me and sell? And I was like, no way in heck I'm selling. No. Because when I was younger in college, I sold Tastefully Simple before, and it was a lot different than it works. We had to have an inventory, and we had to have a certain amount of sales every single quarter, or we wouldn't be able to sell. We wouldn't be allowed to sell anymore. And, that kind of thing. And I said, I didn't want to do that. I don't want to do that. We had to do home parties. That's how I made my money, was I was going into homes and I was, doing home parties, and that's how you worked it. And I said, I'm not doing that. And she's like, just try it, just try it. Well, if anyone knows me, I love a good sale. Okay. So there happened to be a promotion. I paid $99, and it literally was the tiniest thing we got with our kit. It was like the extra. It's called, like, at the time, like the Fit 5 or something. It was literally like 5 little samples. That was it. But I got that on my kit, and I was like, okay, I need to sign on, because I get to get this like free thing with my $99. So, so I signed on, and I said to her right away, I said, I'm not getting on anything. I love the products. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna share the products. That's all I want to do. I don't want to do anything. So that didn't happen. Obviously, I'm on here talking to you. So I went right full force into it. I got my shopping spree, and I think it was like a week. And I promoted Ruby in a month. I went Emerald, Diamond, Double Diamond, like bam, bam, bam. And I'll tell you right now, the reason why I did that was because of this team, and because of the support that I got from this team, and the training. We literally, you just get everything on this. With this, you get the training, you get the like one-on-one, the personal relationships, all that kind of stuff. So that's how I was before it works now, and that's how I found it works now. Why, like I kind of told you, I was skeptical about it, was because of the fact that I didn't want to have an inventory. I didn't want to spend all this money and then have to try to sell it. What happens if I can't sell it? You're stuck with it. Or, I had to sell a certain amount every single quarter, or I would be they wouldn't let me sell anymore. So I was skeptical. I was like, I don't think I'm gonna do it. Well, then, like I said, they had a coupon, or they had a sale, and I was like, I'm signing on. And like I said, with the greens was my favorite product. I think that's all I sold my first 4 months was the greens and cleanse, because I loved it so much before I started anything else. So anyway, so now with It Works almost 3 years later, I was able to, just in September of 2020, I was able to retire and close up my salon. I now get to stay at home with now 3 babies. I just had Lucas in November, and so I get to stay at home with all my 3 boys. My husband, I just started redoing my dream board a few weeks ago, and you're looking at it and you're crossing things off that you accomplished, and it's so cool to do that, and it's so cool to see that this is the business that gets to give you that. So my husband got his truck that he wanted. I got to close my salon. On my dream board last year, it wasn't even closing my salon. It was cut back on hours. That's what was on my dream board. I just wanted to cut back on hours. So now I got to completely close it. I got my new vehicle. We wanted to expand our family. We were able to do that this year or last year. And so just amazing what this company can do for you guys. And all you have to do is have a vision and run with it. This is something that you have all of the power. If you really want it and you really want something, you want to make the money, all you got to do is run with it. So I'm so excited that I got to share my story with you guys. Just know you're not alone. And the first step is that y'all are on here. You guys are on this Zoom right now. And I'm just so lucky that I got to be one of the speakers to talk to you guys and pour some life into you, because everybody comes into this business differently. And some people might think like me, I didn't even want to do anything but just share the products. I didn't really care to get on Zooms or do anything else. But then you join, you find the relationships, you find that every single one of these people on here have your back. We are an army, and we all run together. We don't even have to be on the same team. We can be on a sideline, and we're still cheering each other on from here. So I'm just so happy. I'm going to pass it over to my girl, Sam. She's going to talk to y'all a little bit, and I hope y'all have a good night.
So good. I always love the fire that you bring. So my topic is social media tips. A little bit about me before I get started is that I have a little bit of a different story than some of the leaders you'll see. Similar to Ariel, I started as a loyal customer also. The one tip that I would give you when it comes to the loyal customer is I actually stumbled across a Facebook party that had something about becoming a rep. My rep was actually one of my best friends, and I just wanted to tighten up my skin after having my first baby. And so I was just worried about the wraps, defining gel, those sorts of things. Obviously, I started to love those. And then I asked questions because I had stumbled across this online party. I wanted to know how I could, even if I just covered the cost of products, and that was a win in my book. So just keep that in mind when you have customers who love the products. Don't forget to ask them, just like she said. She started with the products too. I started with the products too. I think that it gives you a leg to stand on, or gives them a leg to stand on when you already know and love the products. So a couple of the tips that I have for you guys. Who is nervous to post? If your brand's spanking new, throw a 1 in the chat if you're nervous about posting. I think we all are, if you're not, already like a social media influencer, which you don't have to be. But the one thing that I would, tell you is just start. You're going to get better as you go. You can always ask your sponsor to tweak things. If it's a long one, if you're telling your story and you want them to look it over really quick, I'm sure nobody will mind, but just start, just do it. Yeah. So you're not alone. Just start. Look at leaders, copy, tweak, get ideas from other people. You don't have to. You'll start to get your own voice after you keep going. So a couple things when it comes to taking pictures, try to use good lighting. And if you don't have the best lighting, there's a few apps that you can use. There's Pick Tap Go, Lightroom, some other things like that your sponsor can help point you to as well. The other thing that I would highly suggest is before you go to post a picture, if you've got 5 to 10 minutes to go interact, stories, respond comments on other people's posts. If you could try to do thoughtful comments of 5 or more words, it's going to boost the engagement. It's going to have Facebook or Instagram show your post to more people because they see you engaging also. The other thing I've really noticed, and I think some other people can attest to it too, is just doing birthdays. Facebook tells you whose birthday it is. So go leave a comment, or go leave a comment and message them really quick to say something thoughtful. You're going to get so much more engagement on your post that you put up after that. I can attest to it for sure. So the other thing too is if you're not using stories, start now. There's so many like templates and things already made on Pinterest. Alyssa has made a great Pinterest board where we can just go snag them. If you're on Pinterest, there's 3 little dots in the bottom right corner. You tap that and you can actually save the photo right off of Pinterest. So do that. But the big thing about stories is show life, show your face, let them hear your voice. In between talking about the products and the business, let your followers and friends get to know you. They're not just following you for the business. They're following you because of something about you that you guys have in common or that attracts them to you. So what I had written down was that they buy from you before they buy your product. So that goes back to the same thing. You want to let people into your life a little bit, show them what you're interested in. And there's something that It Works sometimes has trained us on. It's called the 5 pillars. If you want more information on that, I'm sure that we can tag you in some, we can share some with you directly, but essentially it's finding the 5 things that if you ask somebody what like they thought of when they thought of you, right? Like coffee and your faith and your babies and shopping, like fitness, right? Like I see Emily Duba and I think of how great her like yoga and fitness posts are. Like I think of fitness, so just whatever would stand out to people that is something about you, that's going to be one of your 5 pillars. And you can rotate those things so you can share things about you and not just products in the business. So that's what I've got for social media. If you guys have any questions, throw them in the chat and I can respond as we keep going through this. And I'm going to bounce it over to Allie. If she's ready. Are we good?
Yeah, I am. Hi, everyone. Okay. My name is Allison York. I go by Allie. I'm just here to share my story with you. I am a mom of 3. This time last year, I was a teacher. Just busy all the time. Me and my husband, I feel like we would always work so hard and we would always be like, oh no, we can't do that. We can't do that. And I was sick of it. he heard me complaining a lot. So I remember one day we were in the car and my husband saw an Instagram post of a girl that he knew from New Richmond. And he was like, hey, like she makes money off social media. And I was like, what? Like, I've seen it. I was a little bit doubtful. Like, I don't know if I want to do that. Well, long story short, I'm here. I messaged her that day. I signed up that night. Sorry, this one doesn't want to go away. So I went for it. So basically, yeah, I'm a unicorn, like they say. They don't happen often, but I think the reason why I said yes so fast is because I was just ready for something. I've always been a go-getter. Like I don't quit. I go for something. So I never heard it worked before. That's what you should know, is I am not a salesperson. I never tried one product. I've actually don't normally do products like this. I never have. So I just went for it. I was ready for a change. And if this side hustle could get me home with my kids, I was like, let's do it. So I did. And right now, fast forward, I am now home with my 3 kids. We just had Olivia, and I get to be home. And I just keep thinking about what a blessing it was. And I'm so glad that I said yes, because the pandemic happened and I would have been a teacher. I would have been stressed out of my mind. The craziness happening in the world, I don't have to worry about it. I'm home with my kids. And that makes me more, happy than my paycheck every month, the bonuses that I've earned. The friendships are amazing, but just the comfort knowing that I'm home and I don't have to worry about sick days. I don't have to worry about all the other things that I had to worry about as a full-time teacher. That alone is so worth it. Got a little off track. I don't even know where I am. Oh, but that's what I wanted you to know, is that I jumped in blind faith, 0 products, 0 sales experience, and I'm still here. So I think, like Ariel said, this team is why I'm still here. Everyone that encourages you, that's why you're still here. So I just want you to know from my story is that if I can do this, so can you. I'm just proud of you for being on, honestly, because I know how hard it can be. And this is real life with a baby on my lap. That's just kind of like what this team was all about, encouraging each other. And just like, if I rambled and you didn't hear anything, what I want you to hear is that you can too. You can do this. So just go in with faith and let everyone help you that wants to help you. What? And just do it. Okay. And I'm proud of you. And I hope I said something that you liked. And thanks for having me on. I'm glad I got to talk to you guys. Oh, and Sarah's next.
No worries. I was just about to jump in. Oh my gosh, I love the real life. Drop a 1 or whatever number we're on. Drop a 1 if you have a little bit of real life going on right now, whether it's a kid or my husband sitting next to me with his like earbuds in so that he can't hear me. That's what this business is all about, is being able to work a little bit on our phone while we're sitting next to our husband in bed with Netflix. It's not on right now, but with Netflix on, or having your baby in your lap, or getting some work done during nap time or after the baby's gone to bed, or even if you're a college student, in between classes or whatnot. That is what this business is all about. I love that, Allie. I'm so glad that you had your little baby on your lap. So I am Sarah Brewer. Hello. And that's kind of a good segue into what I'm going to talk about. I'm going to talk to you about something that when you master this, it's going to be incredible. So really quickly, I have been in the business for almost 4 years. It'll be 4 in March. Oh my goodness, I can't even. I have 3 little boys as well, 3 and under. So I'm a crazy busy mom as well. But because of this business, I have been able to retire from the bank job that I had that I hated. I retired my husband. This is our full soul only income now. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Alyssa Bowman. And I absolutely love it. So if you're taking notes, hopefully you are. If you're not, get your phone out, get ready to type this in your notes, or a message to yourself, or write it down. I want you to write these 3 things down. And you're not going to know exactly what this means, but that's okay. I'm going to explain it to you. So when I master host a post, I will unlock millions of dollars. That's exciting. When I master host a post, I will be helping hundreds and thousands of people. When I master host a post, I will have a pathway to build a legacy for me and my family. So I feel like those are kind of big claims, right? But that is how big and important these 3 words are: host a post, host a post. So drop a 2 if you want to hear all of the host a post secrets that I'm about to tell you guys. Drop a 2, let me see them. Yay. Okay, so secret number 1. I of course wrote this out of order because mom brain. But secret number 1 is, what is host a post? Host a post is a fun and easy way that we have a referral system. So, in the past, we've done like Facebook parties or face-to-face parties where you have people over to your house, and that's kind of your referral system. Or any business really that you have some sort of referral system. Like, hey, tell your friends about me and I'll give you 10% off at my hair salon. I'm sure Ariel did something like that, where she said like, hey, if you tell somebody and they come and tell me your name, like so and so referred me to you, you'll get whatever percent off, right? So any business has some sort of marketing, like commercials, or like Alyssa said, like celebrity endorsements. We have host a post, so we don't have to have parties. We don't have to, thank God, buy commercials. Oh my gosh. But it's just like if you're scrolling on Instagram or on Facebook and you see a blogger, or even grocery stores nowadays have like, share this post for entry to win blah 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 giveaway, right? So I'm sure, drop a 3 if you've seen any type of like share this page, share this post, if it's like a grocery store or a blogger or a boutique. That's just the way that social media is nowadays, and I absolutely love it. So what we do is we get together as our whole team, and then a few other teams. We all pool a few dollars from each of us, literally $5. If you're brand new, you don't have to worry about it for your first couple months. We're not here to like take your $5 and run. This is going to be the cheapest, most amazing way for you to build your business. So we all pitch in just a couple dollars every month, and that couple dollars goes into a huge giveaway that we do each and every month. We've been able to give away thousands of dollars to Target gift cards, Amazon gift cards, a KitchenAid mixer. Remember that? Who's an OG? That was like one of our very first giveaways. Anyway, this month we are doing 3 iPad minis, and or a choice of $300 if you don't want the iPad mini. So we gave 1 away already, so we've got 2 up for grabs. So I'm gonna have a couple girls in the chat. They're gonna be putting what we call like a feeler post in the chat. So there's gonna be some ideas for what I want you guys to do. If you're brand new and you've never made this type of post on your page yet, go ahead and copy some of these posts and just put them in the notes of your phone. And then like make a note saying like, message sponsor for what the heck to do with this post. But so I see somebody put, tell me if you prefer Krispy Kreme or Dunkin' Donuts for a chance to win $300 next week. Okay, so let me explain that. What you're gonna do is you're gonna put that post as a status on your own page. So you're gonna put that on your page. If you wanna do it right now and let those comments rack up, what I really love about Host to Post is that you do something fun and easy, like Krispy Kreme or Dunkin' Donuts. What else is in here? What was your first job? Or 20 years ago, I was blank years old. Even Venmoing someone $300 cash on Wednesday. Tell me how many kids or fur babies you have for a chance to win. Okay, so Host to Post is fun. It's something that like is light and easy for somebody to answer. I like to do tell me your middle name. Everybody has a middle name for the most part. Tell me what month you were born. Everybody was born in a month. So that's really easy to answer if you want to just start off with that. And what's cool is your friends are going to comment on that post. Okay, so when they comment on that post, I want you to message the person that you joined with and say, hey, I put up this giveaway post that Sarah told me to put up on this Zoom, and people are commenting. What do I do with the people who are commenting? Because what's cool is your sponsor is going to walk you through the conversation of what you're going to do with everybody who comments. And these people aren't going to have to order anything from you. They're not going to have to throw a party for you. They literally do nothing except put a post up that you're going to give them on their page. Okay, so it's the easiest, most simple referral system ever. And I can tell you that once you, like I said, see, we wrote those things down. If you master host to post, you are going to unlock unlimited potential with your business, because this is the main way that we grow our network. We don't have to like go on Instagram and like try and find people that we think would want to order products or whatever. No, like people are going to be doing that for us through host to post. Okay, so that's secret number one. That was a really long secret, but that's what host to post is. Number two, host to post is a daily task. So it's not just one and done. It's not just, okay, this is day 3 that I'm in the business. My sponsor is telling me that I need to learn more about host to post. I'm going to watch a video and I'm going to ask a couple people, or I'm going to post it on my page. And like, you know, only 5 people commented on my post, so I don't really know what else to do. That's it. That's not what it is. What host to post is something that you have to dig into each day. And what is awesome is you get to learn as you go. Okay, there is no way for us to tell you every single tiny little detail of host to post without you just doing it. It's one of those things like riding a bike or learning a language. Like if you're learning a language, does the teacher like tell you everything? Like, no, I can't even explain like how that would be possible. So host to post is the same way. You have to like learn as you go. And it's a daily thing. Like if you were to own a restaurant, you clean your dishes every day. If you have to cook every single day for your people. So that's what host to post is. You have to dig into it each and every day. Some days your posts that you're giving people are going to blow up, but other days it's going to be quieter, and that's okay. Those quiet days, I've really learned to be grateful for the quiet days because I'll tell you what, like when you get some posts that are blowing up, it can be a little crazy. And like, I mean, I've got 3 kids, like and you have all the life that you have going on. So the quiet days are okay. Don't be discouraged. Like as an example, if you had 5 coworkers, right? Like think of 5 coworkers that are at your job. If you had each of them post a status about like our gummies, right? If you had all 5 of them post a status about our gummies, you would get into this person's network, this person's friends, this person's all 5 of those people. You would get into their network now because they posted a status for you. So that's kind of the power and the reach that host to post has, is how it grows our businesses. And then number 3, so some posts are going to get comments and some won't, and that's okay. You didn't do anything. You literally spent like 5 seconds sending someone a post to put up on their page. They copied and pasted it. They put it on their page. Some people are going to get comments, some people aren't. And the people that don't, that is okay, because guess what? Next month, we're gonna have another giveaway and they're gonna want in on that giveaway, and you're gonna give them a post next month as well. And maybe it'll get a couple comments. And then the next month, maybe it'll get more comments. It's something that is gonna build on top of each other, okay? We're trying to build our dream lives, not a dream day or a dream month. You are building your dream life. So there's gonna be some days where there's gonna be comments and there's not gonna be comments, and that is okay. I want everybody to drop a 4 if you've posted a status that has gotten 0 comments, or if you've had somebody post a status for you that has gotten 0 comments. Okay, I'm 4s for days and years. It just happens. It's okay. And then number 4, I kind of already touched on this. I went a little out of order, of course, but just do it. Host to post, as I said before, it's just one of those things that you just have to do, even if it's literally once you get off this video, messaging your sponsor and being like, Sarah talked about host to post, and that's how I'm supposed to make millions of dollars. Can you tell me about host to post? Okay, I don't expect you guys to know exactly what host to post means or is, and that's okay, but you just have to do it. and be okay kind of sucking and feeling a little bit overwhelmed at first. That's okay. If you own, I tell this all the time, if you owned a restaurant and your restaurant was like a line out the door, you would be wanting to pull your hair out because of how busy and stressed out you are. But would you close your doors because you have a line out the door and because your phone is ringing off the hook and people are ordering and all of that? No, you wouldn't. You would not close your doors. So when you feel that like overwhelmed, like my messenger is like going crazy, I have more unread messages than I've ever had in my life, it's okay. Those are good. I don't even want to call them problems. Those are good things to happen. Those are good feelings to feel. That's what I want to say. When you're feeling overwhelmed and you're feeling a little bit like my stuff is blowing up, like I've never gotten this many comments, that's good. That is good. Would you rather have the alternative where nobody's commenting, where nobody's posting for you? No, I sure wouldn't. And then I want you to write down one more thing. I will commit to 30 days of host to post. Okay, I will commit to 30 days of host to post because it's going to take you a handful of days to just learn, to just do it, to kind of figure it out, to suck at it at first. Like, be brave enough to be bad at something so that you give yourself the time to master it and to be so good at it. Because at the end of the day, you want to look at your day and be proud and feel accomplished. Host to post is the way to feel accomplished because you can get 5 up every single day for the next 30 days and you've checked that off your list. And when you look up at day 30, you're going to have new customers. You're going to have new distributors. You're going to have new friends. You're going to have new people that want to do this business with you and that want to change their lives with you. So thank you so much, you guys. I'm going to pass it over to Crystal. So excited to hear your story. Love you.
Hey guys, I'm Crystal. So I'm just going to share my story too. So before I started this business, I'm a mom of 7. And before I started this business, I was going through a divorce. I had left, my husband and I had separated, and I had been a stay-at-home mom for 7 years. I never had to leave my son, who was 7 at the time, in daycare ever before, and I didn't know what to do. So before I was gonna leave, or before me and my husband separated, I had seen Sarah posting on Facebook. We went to church together when we were kids, and I was just like I didn't even want to message her because it's just like, I don't think she liked me. Like, this is weird or whatever. But then I saw her earn a bonus and I was just like, okay, like maybe I would reach out and I would be like, no. But at the time I didn't have to work. I didn't have to worry about money because my husband at the time was making all the money. But then when I had to go back to work, I went back to work for about 6 months and I was so miserable. I had my second eviction notice literally in 6 months of moving out on my own. I missed my son walk for the first time because I was at work teaching somebody else's kids how to read. And I was just like broken. I was devastated. I had to leave them every day. And I missed my kid walking for the first time. Like, just imagine that. Like, they're sending you videos and you're like, well, this isn't like, well, was that the first time? No, well, that doesn't work. So, and I wasn't paying my bills still. Like, I was working 45, 50 hours a week and I still wasn't paying my bills. Like, I still had an eviction notice. I had shut off notices and I was just drowning. And I remember sitting in my car this one day and I was just crying. And I was just like, if I go to work, I don't have enough gas to get back from work. Like, what am I supposed to do? And I was just praying, like, God, show me what to do. And Sarah popped up in my inbox like 15 seconds before that, or right after that. And she's just like, hey, it's $20 to join. Send me all this info if you want to join. And I was just like, okay, God, whatever. Like, if this girl can retire from her job, then I can make $500 so that I can put gas in my gas tank to get to work and buy diapers, because you know, like I literally was asking my mom for $20 to buy diapers all the time. And so I joined, and within a week I earned $100 bonus. And that was like, it was just like, oh my gosh, maybe I can really do this. And so I just started doing host to post. And like Sarah was saying, like, if you master host to post, it will like change your life, because I was so scared. I didn't think, like, I only had 300 Facebook friends, and I'm just like, you know, like, these people are going to think I'm crazy. I don't want to sound spammy. Like, I'm too busy. I have 7 kids. I have a full-time job. Like, how am I going to do this? But I just started doing host to post. And yeah, I was like I did get overwhelmed, and I was just like, I don't know if this is for me, but I just kept going. And now here I am, and I've earned $35,000 in bonuses, and I don't have to leave my kids at daycare anymore. I get to stay home with them, and I get to say yes to them more. Like, can we bake? Yes, because I don't have to go to work. Can, you know, on Fridays they don't have school. Like, can we do something on Friday? And yes, I can do something with them. Like, yes, I love the money, but I love the freedom that this business has given me. I can put my phone down and I can pay attention to them when they're home, and I can work when they're at school, or I can work when they're sleeping. And, you know, just being able to be here for everything now, instead of having to go to work every single day, like, it's just changed my life. So yeah, and now I'm going to pass it to Kirsten, who's going to talk about following up.
Hi guys, I'm Kirsten. Crystal's story gets me every time. I remember when she first shared like into detail about her story, I messaged her and I was like, can I share this on my own Facebook? Because it hits me every time. But my name is Kirsten, and I started this business when I was about 3 months pregnant. 3 months pregnant with my first. I was working full-time at the gym, and my best friend had reached out to me. And basically, the only reason I joined was just to have, to be financially comfortable on maternity leave. And guys, this business allowed me to stay home, and I did not have to go back to the gym full time. This business has now become my full-time income. And when I go to the gym, I get to choose my own hours. So I have 2 fun jobs. The gym is not stressful for me, and I get to use the gym more for me personally than worrying about everybody else at the gym and, you know, my clientele and my members in my classes and things like that. And I just had my son Canyon almost a month ago. Blows my mind already, but I get to continue to stay home with my kids, and it's one of the best things ever. And what's awesome, guys, is you'll hear this too, is, you know, the finances is what I joined the business for, not necessarily the friendships, but this team literally has saved me in so many ways. I'm not even going to go into detail for it because I'll probably cry. But guys, this team has become not just friends, but family to me, and they are endless support, and I love it so much. So I am going to talk to you guys about follow-up. And the biggest thing about follow-up, guys, that I want you to remember is, especially our newest people that have joined, I don't want you guys to ever feel like you're going to be annoying for following up with people. And the best way to think about it is, how many of you order stuff off Target, off Amazon, off any other website? How often? Drop a 3, 4, 5. I don't even know what number we're on. Just drop any number at this point. But guys, how often do we get emails from them, either reminding us that we have something in our cart, reminding us about deals, promotions going on, letting us know, you know, how many days are left in this promotion, whether a promotion had extended. So that's what you guys kind of have to think about, is we are just simply the emails that Amazon, Target, and any other online business that you guys order from. I know he made a cute noise and he distracted me, but anyways, but we are just those emails, guys. Whether you're messaging somebody, you know, a few days in a row or a couple times in a day, guys, follow up is just part of the business, and it's really simple to do. A lot of times, I remember in the beginning, I felt like I had to send like a specific long message every time I had to follow up. And a lot of times, guys, the follow-ups is just simply saying, hey, how are you? I hope you're having a good week. Just checking in with you. That's it. Or just like when you engage with people, guys, you're essentially following up with people. You know, what I like to do too, especially on Instagram, if I've talked to somebody on Instagram, I like to engage on their story and just keep myself in their inbox. Sometimes you don't even have to message somebody specifically about the business. It can simply be telling them a Merry Christmas or Happy Easter, or if it's their birthday, like just tell them Happy Birthday. Or, you know, sometimes the messages I've seen, you know, their daughter, someone won a competition, or they mentioned something on their Facebook page about somebody going with their kids. I just was like, hey, I saw such and such was going on with your kids. That's so awesome. Again, another kind of follow-up, guys. It doesn't ever always have to be business specific. And that's for anyone you're talking to about products, or even someone that's interested in becoming a distributor with you, okay? And the other thing is too, guys, something, I don't know the specifics, but I know Tiffany said it before, you know, people kind of have to see or hear something multiple times before it even clicks in their mind that they want the product, or they want to join, or they want to buy something. And so again, that's what our follow-ups are for. You'll hear us say fortune is in the follow-up. You know what I mean, guys? Like, we constantly want you guys to talk to new people, but you can't forget about the people that are already in your inbox. Like, they're there, you've done the work for them. All you have to do, again, it's just keep up with them. It's still customer retention. You still follow up with your customers that you have right now, right? You know, those of you that are getting your customers, you still want to be somebody that's in their inbox, letting them know, like, hey, you're already a customer, but guess what you can get being a VIP customer? Or get, you know, if you guys hear about our brand new product, things like that. So you're following up constantly, okay? And then the last thing I want to talk to you guys about too is when you're following up with people and you feel like you're ghosted, or somebody may look like they've read your message and then they don't say anything back. Guys, all of us have lives. There have been plenty of times where I've opened up a message, looked at it, got distracted by him, my other kids, or my son has grabbed my phone and opened up my phone, and then I totally forgot about these messages until later that night. I guarantee you, everybody on this screen has done that, even if it's not from someone we've talked to. It could even be your mom or a friend. Guys, I do it to my friends all the time. I'm busy. I'm a mom. I have a business. Like, I'm a wife. I do it to my husband. Let's be real now, guys. Like, my brain is not on half the time. But people that we talk to, it's the same thing. We talk to moms, we talk to people that work. Not everyone can message us back right away. And even if they haven't necessarily read your message, I guarantee you, and I can say 90% of the time, we're not being ignored. People are just busy too. They have their own lives going on. So that is another reason why we want to follow up. I couldn't tell you how many times I followed up with someone about the fact that I gave them my website, or they said they were going to order, or they said they gave me their information and I was waiting for a piece of information. And they were like, oh my God, I totally forgot to look at your website, or I forgot this, I forgot that. And then literally their order right then and there. Or you can tell them like, hey, I'm following up with you. I'm sitting down at my computer. You know, can I help you with your order? And sometimes, guys, people who just keep forgetting over and over again, I think it gets to the point where they're willing to send you their credit card info because they're like, I'm going to keep forgetting. Can you just do the order for me? So don't be afraid to follow up. If someone's going to be rude, or if someone's going to ghost you, guys, that is all on them. It is not you. And that was something that I had to learn rather quickly, is I got offended really easily. Or if like I felt like I was getting ignored, I kind of had to be like, no, it's not me. I'm fine. I'm being nice. I'm just talking to them like I'm talking to you. And that's it. So guys, I just feel like I've been blubbering and I'm all over the place tonight. So, but that's all I have for you guys. And just have fun with your follow-ups. Just literally talk to these people and build relationships. That's the best way for it not to feel necessarily awkward or anything like that. But I'm actually going to send it over to Lauren, who's going to talk to you guys about her story.
Hey everybody, I'm Lauren. I've been in for about 1.5 years now. So before It Works, I was a new mom, and I owned a bookkeeping business that I ran completely by myself from home. I was overworked. I was just kind of losing myself and my own identity, because, you know, when you become a first-time mom and you don't have an outside job and you don't have, you know, any family around or anything, that's just that it consumes your life, and that's just your new identity. So I was really struggling with myself, and I was really getting burnout on my bookkeeping business, and I just needed something new, something for myself, something that had purpose and meaning to it. And I had been a customer for quite some time, and I loved the products. And so I had watched Alyssa's journey to ambassador, and I was just like, this is just insane. The bonuses that she earns, the freedom that she has, all her story is just crazy. So like, why can't I do this? So I messaged her one day and talked to her a little bit about it. And I had some reservations because I had previously been with another company, and I didn't really like the values that they had. I liked my team, but they didn't stand for what this company stands for and what this team stands for and what this team brings to the table. And so I kind of had my reservations because I didn't want to start something and just fail at it again, because I wasn't fully invested, and I didn't, and what if I didn't believe in it? And so I had all these reservations. And so I told Alyssa, let me just pray about it overnight, and I'll get back with you the next day. And so I did. I messaged her the next day. I got a sign from God that, I was ready to, this was what I should be doing. And so I signed up, and I worked just hard enough that month to get my shopping spree. And then I just kind of, put it on the back burner. I still had my other income coming in. So I just, I didn't try as hard as I should have. And then after about 3 or 4 months, I kind of got serious about it again. And I went from in January executive to diamond in April of last year. And then I got my boyfriend's account to diamond in May. And then I got to double diamond, I think, in August. And I earned, on top of all the commissions that we earn, I earned $30,000 in bonuses. And it's completely just changed everything for us. We've been able to give back more. We've been able to start saving. We've been able to invest in our first real estate. We bought a lot down by the coast so that we can start building a house down there. We've just been able to do a lot of things. And more importantly, here recently, my mother-in-law has been able to move in with us, and we've been able to take care of her and get her back healthy so that she can go out on her own again. So it really has, the money is amazing, but the things that the freedom that it gives you and the things that it allows you to not have to miss is what I love the most. We don't have to miss the time, with Jeff's mom. We don't have to miss, I've been able to be home with my son since he's been born. We get to go when COVID allows, we get to go and just, go see family and go see friends and go on trips and go just do whatever we want to do. So it's really been a really life-changing experience for us. And it's helped me to grow personally. It's helped me to grow stronger in my faith. It really is an amazing opportunity. So the one thing that I want to leave you guys with is just stay connected. If you're feeling down, if you're still feeling discouraged, stay connected. Hop on as many of these Zooms as you can. Hop on as many of the trainings as you can. Be active on the team page. Talk to your sponsor. Stay close to all of this, because this is it's gonna light your fire every time. It's gonna encourage you every time, and you just have to stay connected. And I promise you won't regret it. The friendships that I've made, the people that I've met, it's a family. It's just amazing. So I would just encourage you guys to stay as connected as you can. And I'm just excited to watch all of your journeys. And I'm going to pass it over to Alyssa to talk to you guys about some personal development.
Hey. My laptop was being weird, so I'm on my phone at a very strange angle. My name is Alyssa. I've been in for almost, June will be 3 years, which is crazy. So I'm talking to you about personal development because this is something that I dove into right away, but I know a lot of people don't, because a lot of people feel like they don't need it. But you need it. everyone needs it, especially if you're going to be growing a team, because it's the number one thing, not only for your business, but for yourself. It should be number one priority every single day. I mean, you wouldn't enroll in college as a marketing major and expect to be making a full-time income 1 week into classes, and you certainly wouldn't expect to go out and snag a full-time position without the proper knowledge, especially if you were skipping classes every single week or you didn't take time to learn and apply the information. So you need to make it a point, like, even though we don't have scheduled classes, like, schedule development into your time, like personal and professional. You need to understand what your money mindset is and how to lead people and how to have better conversations and all this kind of stuff that we don't necessarily have a blueprint on what to do. You have to go out and find that stuff. And luckily, this business doesn't cost us as much as a college degree does, yet so many people expect to be making the same income or more than they would with a college degree without taking the time to learn the skill set and embrace all the free knowledge that's out there. So many people start this kind of business and focus on the results and how fast we can get results. And results don't happen overnight. It takes time to see the fruit from your labor. And just know it takes longer to build a skyscraper than it does to build a hunting shack. Like, it's going to take time to build up a lucrative income, but you have to be learning the skills in order to build that skyscraper for yourself. You have to focus more on your growth and the knowledge first, and the outcomes and the results are going to come and be better than you can ever imagine, as long as you focus on becoming a better you and learning about the business and yourself. They say this is a personal development program with a compensation plan attached. Success in this business is growth and progress. The more that we grow, the more that we attract what we want as a byproduct. So many people define their self-worth on outcomes and achievements, when the achievements are going to come with the more who you become, the better that you become who you are. I think I butchered that, but so many people ask themselves what they need to do to achieve greatness, but that's the wrong question. You have to ask yourself, who do you need to become to reach a certain income level that you want to? You can do all the things and take all the action and apply all these things that you're learning, that what we're saying, but if you're not in the right headspace, you're not going to make any progress. You have to ask yourself, like, if you want to make $5,000 a month or 10,000 or 20,000, whatever it is, the sky's the limit. There's literally no income cap, you guys, but you have to ask yourself, how does somebody that's making that much money act? Like, what do they think when they wake up in the morning? Do they show up even when they don't feel like it? Do they plan their days ahead of time? Do they wake up scoffing about host to post and messaging people? Are they organized with who they're going to follow up with day to day, or do they just wing it? Like, who do you need to be and how do you need to act to get to where you want to go? Find people in the company that you look up to and watch their pages. How do they post? What do they do in their stories? Ask yourself what qualities they have and how you can obtain those same qualities, and your paycheck is never going to outgrow your mindset. So you need to get in that right headspace as somebody who is where you want to be. So you have to pour into yourself, read mindset related books, which I'm going to share a couple, and I'm going to share my podcast too that I like. Your Virtual Upline is one of my favorites. Bob Heilig, I love him. I think I found him like 2 months into starting the business, and he has like 200 episodes of all these different tangible things you can apply. Pam Souter, who is part of the, she's in the company. If you don't know who she is, she's the queen of It Works, queen of network marketing. She has her podcast is really good for vision and belief in yourself, because she interviews different leaders in the company and they all tell their stories, and you're going to eventually find somebody you relate to. And you want to get into your head, like, if they can do it, then so can I. Like that, you want to have that as your core belief, because you're going to find somebody who's just like you, that's going to be like, wow, like they're just like I am. I can totally do this too, with the right, the right mindset and the right belief. Massive success in this business doesn't depend fully on your enrollments. Yes, you need to enroll people to build your team and, make commission and whatnot, but you have to build other people up by pouring into them and believing in others before they believe in themselves. And like, what good is enrolling somebody onto your team if you aren't learning how to properly lead them? In order to believe in other people, you have to believe in yourself. So I mean, when I first signed up, I think I signed 5 people. My first 5 reps didn't do anything, you guys. But I learned from my mistakes and how I initially trained those first couple people. And I tweaked how I trained my people moving forward to make sure that I was better at being a leader. And you're never going to get better until you start. So don't be afraid of enrolling a rep if you don't know what you're doing. You're going to learn what to do by enrolling the reps. So, and you're never going to be able to lead a team until you lead yourself. So don't expect to lead it, especially we have the Emerald bonus, right? So that's a team of you and 9 other people. So 10 of you total. You're never going to be able to lead a team of 10 people into a promotion if you're not gaining the leadership skills before you get there. People you enroll are naturally going to feel nervous and be skeptical and unsure and feel discouraged. And eventually you're going to need to encourage them with wisdom and expertise. So it's up to you to get that knowledge beforehand before it happens. So you just have to make sure that you're start now on the personal development, so you know what to do when you come into these instances where you have to like help somebody through some sort of rut that they get into with their mindset. And this is all learnable information. Nobody signs up and comes into this business as an amazing leader and knowing how to lead a team of people. It's all learnable, but you have to start now so you know how to do it. And always remember, you're more of an expert than anyone you're talking to who is not yet in the business. Even if you've only been in one day, like more than somebody who is not in at all. But you have to be consistently learning every day to become better than you were yet. The only person you should compare yourself to is yourself. Like look in the mirror and be like, what can I do today that could be better than what I did yesterday? And just wake up happy to share this gift with other people. I think, we look at this business like a sales business, which yes, sales transactions come into what we do, but you have to look at it as sharing a gift. And I think somebody else said this, but we're helping people solve problems. We're helping people get healthier and feel better about themselves. We're helping people be more financially stable than they are right now. Like you're sharing a gift with people, and you had even if you make a different one, if you change one person's life, that's going to be freaking worth it. Like if you talk to 100 people that say no, but you find the one person that you're like, I'm going to help you get this bonus and change your family's life, quit these part-time jobs. Like just find your one person and you're going to feel so amazing. That's more rewarding than making money yourself. Like it's helping somebody else do it with you. It's the best feeling ever. So just keep that in mind. And also you have to know, like, this is a 90-day business. I think Tiffany said this earlier. The work you're doing now is going to pay off 90 days from now. So when you continue to do the work beyond that 90-day point, you're going to see continuous results and they pour in. The beginning's the hardest, but like just stick it out for that first 3 months is like tough. But your audience wants to see you taking your business seriously before they take you seriously. So people are literally just waiting for you to quit. But if you show them that you're consistent, you keep growing and learning and sharing with people the things you are learning in this business, people are going to be like, okay, this is real. Like she's doing this and she's not going anywhere. So that's what you want to portray to people. And I promise if you do these things that we're teaching you for even the next 90 days consistently, you're going to be on your way to building an ultra successful business. But you can't post consistently for 1 week and be into personal development for 1 week or a couple weeks and then fall off of it and just like disappear from the face of the earth, because people you're talking to now are gonna be like, oh, I knew she was gonna quit, saw it coming. Like you don't want to be that person that people are like expecting to quit, because so many people quit these things. So just be the person that keeps showing up regardless of the no's and stuff that you get right now, because they will turn into yeses down the road as long as you show them that you're taking it seriously. So I'm going to, I think a couple people shared stuff in the chat already, but I will share my favorite book. I have books. I have like Why You Should Tell Your Story, Why Continuing Your Actions Will Lead to Success. All these book titles I'm going to share in the chat, but I'm going to leave it over to Emily Duba to end you guys with some fire.
Oh my gosh, I'm so pumped. Elizabeth Fairman, she just like gets all the juices flowing, And so if you guys have gotten any type of like knowledge today that you are just getting pumped up, you are ready to rock and roll, I think we're on number 6. Drop it in the chat. Let us know if you have learned anything tonight. This team, you guys, if you don't get inspired by the words that are coming out of their mouths tonight, I don't know what is wrong with you, because it is amazing. It's so much fun. So a little bit about me. My name is Emily Duba. When I got started with the company, I was a hot friggin' mess of a mama. I have 5 kiddos. I had a little boy who wasn't sleeping at all at night. And I was in a place where I absolutely hated my postpartum body, right? You don't bounce back after you have a buttload of kids. So that's where my mind was at, right? And it sucked. It sucks when you're not happy with your body. You think about it all the time. You look in the mirror and you go, ugh, right? So we all know, we've been there. We've all had things that we could say about ourselves that we don't like. That's where I was at, and it was okay. I was allowed to feel those feelings. What I didn't know is it took me so much time, and I wasted so much time being so fearful about joining this business that I wasted 9 months of a fiery redheaded mama of 7 trying to get me in this business, that I allowed myself to wallow in that negative mindset where I could have been transforming my life. And if you don't know who my sponsor is, she spoke earlier. But here's the deal, friends. I'm going to talk to you guys about being a product of the product, because this is also one of those pivotal things in your business that is going to make a difference. Okay. I always think of it in the aspect of, if you're not willing to try the products that you're promoting, who would want to buy from you? Right? Who? So what's really great about our product line is that we have over 40 different products. They're all plant-based products. If you have skin, we have a product for you. If you're looking for skincare, we have something for that. If you have achy joints, if you have muscle fatigue, if you are someone who feels tired all the time, if you have a problem, our company has come up with products to help provide solutions to those problems. For me personally, it was losing post-baby weight. And I was trying everything, you guys. I was exercising. I was cleaning up my eating habits. I was drinking water every single day. I was nursing my baby. Like, all of the things that should have been helping me weren't working until I started implementing these products. And the thing is, just like a business where the products go, you have to be consistent in what you're doing if you want to see results. Like, you can't buy a gym membership and never show up and expect to get abs, right? Doesn't work like that. So it's the same thing with our product line. After starting on our products and using them consistently, I shed 41 pounds of super stubborn post-baby weight. Now, results are different for everyone. Everyone's journey is going to look a little bit different, but here's what I know. When I was trying all of the right things and it wasn't working, and I implemented our product line, things started transforming. And that is what we get to do. We get to do this for other people. When we choose to show people that we believe in our products, that we use our products too, they're not the only ones using them, we get to share with them how legit our products are. And that's something that is super powerful. A lot of people don't know what to do or what they're doing wrong. And if we can provide that solution to their problem, then they're going to come back and they're going to tell their friends. So being a product of the product is a huge thing. Now, if you're someone who's like, well, I don't even know what products I'm supposed to be using, on your website, there's a product quiz. Take the quiz and figure out what products are going to pair up best with you so that you can start your own journey. Another thing too that I would highly recommend if you are just now in this business is try as many products as you possibly can. There is something to be said about building a like, no trust factor with your client base, and you do that by sharing. Okay, you have a website that breaks down the products for you. It breaks down ingredients for you. Your responsibility, if you don't have products in your hands yet, is just to share the knowledge that you're learning by looking up product information on your website. We also have a really awesome product coach that breaks products down even further for you. And there's this really cool thing called Google that you can search ingredients and figure out what those specific ingredients are doing. Our products have clinically proven ingredients, as well as ingredients that I've never even heard of. But once you Google them, you figure out why our products stand apart. The other thing too is that you want to make sure that people see you using products, because they want to know that they're not the only ones doing it. Right? They want to know that other people are out there using them. So if you can share what you're doing and share other people's testimonies of them using the products, they're going to grow in confidence. And what's even cooler is once you start learning about what we have to offer, your confidence is going to grow even if you haven't used the products yet. So make sure that you get products in your hand. And even if you can't necessarily afford it, get the stuff that comes in samples. Okay, buy sample packs, try one of them and sell the rest of them. Okay, you can earn sample cash for the products that you do have in your pantry, in your cupboard. So don't feel like I can't afford it. Yes, you can. We'll teach you what you need to do. Okay, so don't like say you can't do it, because I promise you should not be in your vocabulary, and you absolutely can. So I'm just going to recap for you guys really quick. We do 6 things every single day in our business. Okay. You had so many speakers tonight speaking fire into the things that we do, but you have to take the burden off of your shoulders to perform at a high level every single day, okay? Don't compare where we are all at with where you're at. Because at one point in time, we were sitting exactly where you are. We all started our business at start. We all made the investment and we all had to learn the things. So don't count yourself out. Don't say, I can't speak like Alyssa. I can't share like Sarah. I don't have a story like Crystal. It just hasn't happened yet and you will get there. So don't count yourself out. But the 6 things that we do every single day, Alyssa Fairman just spit fire on this, but personal development. It is so true that if you are not investing in yourself, nobody else is going to want to invest in you. And I know that sounds super harsh, but the reality at the end of the day is if you can be a beacon of hope on your social media platforms, people are going to be naturally attracted to you. If I asked you guys, has COVID affected you this year in some way, shape, or form, mentally, physically? If it had taken your finances and friggin' took all of your savings, if COVID affected you, drop it in the chat. Okay. I want to know if it made an impact on your life, whether it was positive or negative. You don't have to necessarily go in detail, but the point is, if it affected you, it affected other people. Okay, you're not alone in what you're going through right now. There are other people out there who are just like you, searching for something to help them out. Okay, if it's financial, we have business opportunities. If it's to help get their weight back in check, we have health options for them. If they're looking for community because they're feeling lonely, guess what? We have a sisterhood here of people who are rallying behind one another, encouraging you to become the very best version of who you were created to be. So if there is something that affected you, be vulnerable about it, because your vulnerability is going to attract like-minded people. Okay. And then you get to go on your journey along with them. The second thing that we do is we simply share. You guys, you do not have to be professionals. Okay. You do not have to take the world's greatest pictures or have the most eloquent wording in your post. You don't have to have scripts or anything like that to be good at what we do. You just have to be willing to share the information that you learn, whether that's information that you learned in self-development, because I promise you, if you heard something and it had some type of effect on you, it's going to affect your network. If you are sharing about the products, people are going to be like, you know what? I don't sleep well at night. And I saw Tabitha posting about this tea that's going to help me sleep better. Guess what? They're going to come to you because you're the one that's sharing about it. It's the same thing when you talk about business opportunities. People don't want to hear right now that they need money. They already know it. They already know that they're in a really tough spot. They know that. But if you can come on to your network and say, I am so grateful for the position that I am in because I have been working this business. I am so blessed that I am not in an area in my life right now where this and this is happening because of this business. If you can talk in the way that you are sharing your business or the products in a way that affects people and it hits their pain points, then they're gonna want to naturally know more about what you're talking about. You want to relate to them, be vulnerable enough to say, it really sucked when I was fighting all the time with my husband about finances, and now we don't have to anymore. We decide where our money goes. And that's a really huge blessing because a lot of people right now can't say the same thing. We also want to make sure that we're sharing about our 5 pillars. I can't remember who talked about it earlier, but your 5 pillars, you guys, before you got started with this business, you weren't all about this business. You had a life before this. People want to know who you are and what you're up to. So make sure that you're sharing those 5 pillars. And then the next thing that we do is we talk to people. You guys, we get paid to post on social media about the things that we learn, and we talk to people. Like that is a mind-blowing concept that you need to get into your heads, because that's what we do. When you are messaging people, I know we talked about this already, but messaging people, it's another way for you to have human connection right now. Human connection is so big right now. So many people are hurting, they're depressed, they're sad, they're longing to have a conversation with people. So reach out to them, ask them, hey, how are you doing with everything that's going on right now? Like this 2020 was a freaking crazy year, you guys, and people aren't doing okay. So be human and talk to people like how you would want to be talked to. The other thing is following up. So follow up with them. As we said before, your people are busy. So show up in their inboxes, show up on their posts, be in their stories. Let them know that they aren't alone. Okay. That's number 4. Number 5 is plugging in. You guys should all pat yourselves on the back. You are plugging in right now. Your teams have chats. We do trainings every Tuesdays and Thursdays. We have team huddle on Sunday night. Your team might host a Zoom on a Wednesday night. If you like literally cannot come up with an excuse to not get plugged in. Okay. It's not an excuse. There are chats, there are team pages, there's a million and one different ways that you can get connected. So don't let that be an excuse. We are here to help you out. Get plugged in, have conversations, look around and see who is on Zoom, and think of the leaders who talked tonight. If you can relate to them in any way, shape, or form, reach out. Say, hey, I liked what you said about this. Would you be willing to help me with this? I don't really know how to have this conversation. Do you have any ideas? And 9 times out of 10, actually 10 times out of 10, we're going to respond back to you. Okay. Our mission is to help you grow. So don't count yourself out. Don't say, oh, I can't reach out to her. She's so-and-so. We're not celebrities. We are humans. Okay. So reach out to us. It's totally okay. The last thing, you guys, which is what Sarah talked about, is host a post. And if you weren't writing down those affirmations, friend, I don't know what you were doing, but you need to declare every single day that you are going to enroll, that you're going to bring people in, that you're going to help people change their lives by speaking truth and being vulnerable with them. Host a post is our advertisement. If you never advertise, how are people going to know what you're doing? Right? They're not going to have any idea. So allow host a post to be the thing that advertises for you. You don't necessarily have to do it on your newsfeed if you're doing host a post, right? Like if you go to my newsfeed, very rarely do I say, hey, does someone want to try my coffee with me? Like I very, very rarely do I say something like that, because I have other people doing that for me, which host a post brings you hot leads, people who are already interested. You don't have to do a whole lot of searching because they're coming right to you. And that's it, you guys. 6 things every single day. Take that burden off of your shoulders of having to show up and perform at 100%. You just have to do something every single day for your business. And if you need any more guidelines, if you need a checklist, if you need direction in that, then reach out to your sponsors. Okay, that's what we're here for. I think that's it. I'm going to pass it back to Alyssa Bowman, and she's going to close us out.
All right. I am just going to leave it at that. Emily, that was amazing. You and Alyssa ending the Zoom was the perfect combo. You guys always bring the fire, and I think we covered pretty much everything, you guys. This business is based on action. So you can take all this information we gave you tonight and you can sit in it and you can read over your notes, or you can get off this Zoom and you can start taking action, because that is how you will learn, and it's how you will be successful, is by showing up and doing the action every single day. Be okay, embrace the fact that you are a beginner and you will evolve. We all started making no money, with no experience, with terrible Facebook and social media posts. We all started exactly where you are, but just know that we have your backs. We're going to be here. Keep showing up, keep taking action, and you will get better, and you will be successful when you stay. And when you continue to show up for your own business and for your goals, your life will change. All right, guys, that's it. We will see you later. Thank you so much for jumping on. I appreciate everyone that spoke tonight, and love you guys. Talk to you later.